used to be such a nice boy. Now look at you, running around starting fights with droids, experimenting with the Force.
Too. Not showing my snowball. Oh, here it is. It is showing my snowball. Okay, here we go. All right, try to start the show 5 minutes early and it doesn't work. Okay, let's go ahead and take it from the top. Okay, let's go ahead and start this over. And I'm sweating buckets over here too. I wore this thing and it's really hot in my room and I didn't realize it. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and start it over, folks. Start it over. So what is up, everybody? Welcome to another live episode of VR365. Today it is Thursday. It is December 5th. There is a hell of a lot that is going on in the VR gaming industry. Now, what I was talking about before when I didn't have my microphone working is I was talking about how my nose is still plugged. I still have a plugged nose. In fact, my left nostril basically completely plugged. And there could be a couple of times during this episode where I practically can't speak or there's like some weird noise thing. Apologies for that. It is what it is. One of the things I was saying is if you go to Google and you do a Google search for a sinus infection, how long does a sinus infection last? It says 1 to 2 weeks. Well, it's been like freaking 5 weeks, man. I've had a sinus infection for a long time. I don't know if it's really been 5 weeks, but it seems like it's been 5 weeks. And it's crazy talk. But we've got a lot to get into today on this particular episode of VR365 Live. Yeah, so the title of today's show, hashtag Palmer was right. Yeah, Palmer was right all along. No bueno, baby. No bueno. We're going to talk about the Rift S. Okay, no, the Rift S is a great headset for the vast majority of humans on planet Earth. Unfortunately, I don't fit into that category. Neither did Palmer Luckey. Now, is it all about being blurry and distorted? No, it's actually a completely different problem that I didn't even think about. I didn't even consider this as a problem. We're going to be talking about that in the very near future on today's episode. We're also going to talk about the Frankenmod. Yes, I have a freaking Frankenmod. How incredible is that? I'm playing my Oculus Quest with incredible amounts of comfort. Well, I've only had it for a night, and I've only played one game, but it is pretty freaking incredible. We're going to talk about the Frankenmod, but we've got other stuff to talk about too. There is so much that is popping off in the the VR gaming world, and it's kind of pandemonium right now. There's lots of games that are just coming out, bam, bam, bam. Unannounced games coming out of the blue with no effing release dates, no advance warning. Lots of stuff is popping off. So we've got lots of things going on. Let's see, what did I want to start with? Well, why don't we actually start with something that I was totally unprepared for and didn't know that it was going to pop off today. And that, of course, is the brand new Snapdragon XR2, which there's a commercial for it, and this is virtual reality commercials done right. This shows the promise of virtual reality. In fact, this commercial, honestly, what have I been harping on a lot in recent times? I've been harping on live maps, okay? Live maps is the future, man. It's the future of the funk. I'm going to be in this room here, and in about 3 years with the Oculus Quest 2, live maps is going to be like, it's going to change my entire room. Sofas are going to turn into cars. Chairs are going to turn into freaking motorcycles, man. My cat is going to turn into a tiger. Everything is going to be mapped, bro. And Qualcomm did it right. So why don't we go ahead and check out this commercial? It's the XR2. Is this going to be the chip? Is this going to be the chip and dip that powers the Oculus Quest 2 when it arrives spring 2022? Yeah, that's a Nostradamus Jr. special right there. So why don't we go ahead and grab this trailer for Snapdragon.com. The XR2 Double Hype Edition. Let me see if I can find it. I did download the trailer. Well, actually, I should find out what was the trailer called. If I find out what the trailer... Okay, Qualcomm Snapdragon. So I got to look under the cues. Okay, so yeah, baby. And it's 5G all damn Disney. 5G all day and twice on Sundays. So let's check out the Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2 VR commercials done right in terms of showing the potential of virtual reality in the not too distant future. Qualcomm doing big things. I hope you got some Qualcomm stock. Let's peep it out. All right, yeah, so that is the brand new trailer that is for the Qualcomm XR2 5G chip that could be powering the next Oculus Quest coming spring of 2022. That has been confirmed. Zuck personally told me about it. Okay, so, I'm watching this trailer. I actually haven't seen this trailer. I saw like a couple seconds of it, and I was like, oh, this looks pretty sweet. Grabbed it. Now, they're talking about 7 cameras. They're talking about 3K to each eye. What is going on here, ladies and gentlemen? Is Qualcomm creating a reference design that other manufacturers are going to crib off of? They're showing these like hella small, I guess those are supposed to be like VR glasses, right? Like that is what we want. That's where we want to go. But we're nowhere near that, and I don't see that happening within the next 5 years. That's like 20 years, or well, maybe 15 years away as we're going to get VR glasses that are that big. That would be awesome. So it looks, they're obviously going to be using this for AR. They're going to be using this for VR. The part that I really love, though, is the very beginning part where the kid is running around tetherless and he's going up his stairs, and his stairs turned into stairs in like a dungeon crawler game, which is something I've been harping on. I've been harping on this. I believe this is where the future is going. I believe that, right now we have room scale, right? So we have room scale, but pretty soon we're going to have house scale and backyard scale and garage scale and your front yard down the street scale. Pretty soon that's going to happen. I've been talking about this live mapping thing, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of corporations that are working on this. Okay, see, here he is. He's going up the stairs. It's calculating in real time, 3D reconstruction, semantic segmentation. He jumps into his room. His bed is converted into part of the room. Everything. That's where we're going with this. This is what is going to happen eventually with VR. And I just like the fact that this commercial kind of shows that off, because I think it gives you an idea of what it's going to look like. And some people, I just have a feeling like a lot of people, I don't know that they were really thinking about it in this kind of way, or didn't know that this could be possible. But we saw it at Oculus Connect 6 when Facebook was talking about live maps. That's what this is all about. And I don't think it's tremendously far away. I think they're going to try to do it with their next big headset, probably Quest 2, probably spring 2022. That is Snapdragon XR2. Why don't we go ahead and bounce over to Road to VR. Let's hit the webinar. I want to see a little bit about the stats for this, because I have actually not seen this. I've only heard about it like at the last minute, right before starting today's show. So let's go ahead and bounce over to the webinar. And here we are. And so, yeah, this is Road to VR. And you can see Snapdragon XR2 chip to enable standalone headsets with 3K by 3K resolution and 7 cameras. Okay, Qualcomm today announced blah, 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 blah. Dedicated to the needs of standalone VR and AR headsets, high-end devices, support for 3K by 3K at 90 hertz, integrated 5G, accelerated AI processing, up to 7 simultaneous camera feeds for user and environment tracking. And yeah, so, you know, I don't know that we got a whole bunch of other information, but they're saying it makes it a candidate for Oculus Quest 2, for Magic Leap 2, for other potential devices that are coming up in the future. You know, speaking of Magic Leap, if anybody's been on Twitter lately, it's all Magic Leap all the time, right? I mean, what's going on with Magic Leap? Is Magic Leap about to introduce the Magic Leap 2 or something? Because there's a lot of Magic Leap stuff that is going on in Twitter. My nose almost just freaking completely closed up right there. And that's why I acted weird for a second. Apologies. But yeah, so they're showing the CPU, GPU performance here. And yeah, they're saying it's 2 times better on CPU, GPU performance, 4 times better on video, 6 times better with display, the native resolution per eye, AI performance 11 times better. And, you know, we'll dig into it more, and maybe on Sunday's show I'll have some more information on this, because this just broke just now. I don't really know too much about it. But one of the quotes that they have here, competitors are not coming close to our commitment in XR, said Hugo Swart, Qualcomm's vice president of XR, in a briefing call with Road to VR. So yeah, maybe the timing of this and Magic Leap 2, you know, maybe Magic Leap 2 is going to feature this. Magic Leap is getting more funding. I still think Magic Leap is basically on live, you know, which is dead. And on live was basically 10 years too early. I think Magic Leap is 10 years too early. But maybe Magic Leap 2 will feature Snapdragon XR2. Maybe all of this is kind of timed, coordinated a little bit. And that probably will be driving the Oculus Quest 2 headset in the future. All right, so that takes care of that one. Let's go ahead and go back over here to our standard scene. And you know what? There's a whole bunch of games that have been announced for a whole bunch of different platforms. We've got some interesting PlayStation VR announcements that have just happened. We've got some interesting Oculus Quest announcements that have just happened. And why don't we go ahead and I'm not going to run the entire trailer, but let's take a quick look at Sacrilith, which is coming to PlayStation VR. And it's coming to PlayStation VR this month of December. So Sacrilith, the Archer's Tale, which has been available on PSVR platforms, and it's gotten a little bit of pretty good love from a lot of people. Well, it's coming to PlayStation VR, so let's go ahead and check it out. Let's check out a little bit of this trailer here, and I'll bounce off of it pretty quickly.
There shouldn't be too many of them.
Yeah, so that is the Sacrilith PSVR trailer. It is coming this month. And you know, one of the things that I've realized with Sony and with PlayStation VR in the fourth quarter, I've said it repeatedly, that I believe Sony really dropped the ball because they didn't have a primetime VR release for the fourth quarter. Iron Man was probably that game. And Iron Man obviously got delayed until the last day of February, right, for next year. And oh, damn, I forgot. Paper Beast got a brand new trailer that is supposed to be really banging, and I didn't grab that one. That one also got delayed into 2020. And so doesn't really have a major banger, you know, for this December, for this fourth quarter season. But what they are getting is they're getting a lot of other smaller games that are arriving kind of last minute style. And so I believe what Sony decided to do is they basically said, look, we've got a lot of games that are third-party games that are coming in this December. We're just going to, we're going to let these third parties take over for the holiday season. So I think that's kind of what they're doing here. And Sacrilith, I mean, I wasn't expecting Sacrilith to arrive on PlayStation VR. When I saw this news, I was like, really? Sacrilith coming to PlayStation VR? Okay, interesting. Speaking of PlayStation VR, and speaking of bangers, there, of course, is Shadow Legend VR. And let's take a quick second. We'll take a quick look at, am I in the right spot here? Hold on, I'm looking for, Shadow Legend. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at this Shadow Legend VR trailer coming to PlayStation VR January 21st, I believe. Let's take a look at this. So that, of course, is Shadow Legend, the PlayStation VR trailer. And you know, the thing that really jumps out to me is a lot of the graphics that are in this trailer look identical to the PC VR version, which is very hard for me to believe. Now, there's other parts of it where it's like, okay, that does kind of look like PlayStation VR right there, but that looks exactly like the PC VR version. So I'm wondering exactly how good this thing is going to look, but it is coming on January 21st, and here's even better news, folks. Even better news, there's a couple of extra levels that are coming to this PlayStation VR version. Now, obviously, if they were exclusive to the PlayStation VR version, a lot of people in the PC VR world would be pissed as a mofo. But the good news is it's not exclusive. Okay, that right there kind of looks PlayStation VR a little bit, looking at that part of the trailer, but that looks exactly like PC VR. That looks exactly like PC VR. So if this is actual gameplay footage for Shadow Legend, that T-Bone looks exactly like it did on the PC VR version. If it really looks that good on PlayStation VR, obviously with a Pro probably, that's pretty freaking incredible. Then we get a couple of extra levels, but it's also coming to PC VR on the same day, so January 21st. So if you've already got Shadow Legend in your catalog of games, you can revisit it this January 21st, right before the arrival of Saints and Sinners. Couple days right before that, right? You can revisit Shadow Legend, check out a couple of extra levels, and also apparently like some of the boss fights and some other stuff have been reworked in the PCVR version as well. Jarillo says that's old trailer footage, but it has PlayStation all over it. And aren't there like laws and stuff about that? I don't know. Well, like it says PlayStation VR game. Can they really just use a PCVR trailer with impunity, with no qualms about it? There's a certain part, like right there, this part right here, like when I'm looking at that guy, kind of looks like a little bit less polygons. It looks like it was watered down just a little bit, but the rest of this looks great. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what's going on here as far as Shadow Legend VR. You guys know my thoughts about Shadow Legend VR. When it originally came out, I thought it was incredible. I was in love with this game. I really liked it. Now, is it incredibly short? Yes, it is. And if you don't like platforming, and you don't like exploring, and you don't like collecting every little bit and bobble, it might not appeal to you in the same way. I forgave it for how short it was. I didn't care how short it was. I was fine with the length of the game. Other people were like, oh, this is bullshit. This only lasts 2.5 hours, man. This is bullshit. The boss battles are all effed up. Blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I like Shadow Legend. For me, very early in the year 2019, it was my game of the year for a very short period of time. And then I think Audica came out and freaking slapped it down. But basically, one of the better games of 2019, in my opinion, and it is coming to PlayStation VR. So that is really good news. And the extra levels, really good news as well. So definitely looking forward to that. Excited about that for January 21st. All right, I actually wrote my notes down on a piece of paper while I was at work today. So what we're going to get into now, why don't we go ahead and get into the Rift S discussion. Let me see if I can find a Rift S trailer. So the title of today's show is Rift S. Well, actually, the title is hashtag Palmer was right. Palmer was so very right. And basically what I'm talking about here is, look, the Rift S is a great headset for probably 85% of the population out there. Unfortunately, I'm not in that 85%. Let me tell you about it. Okay, so first of all, I've used the Rift S at GDC. Okay, I used the Rift S at Oculus Connect 6. But both of the times that I've used the Rift S, it's not in ideal conditions. There's a lot of shit that's going on. People are waiting for you. You're doing a demo. You got somebody standing by you. They're telling you to do this and do that. They're putting it on your head. They won't even let you touch it. You know what I'm talking about, right? When you demo something at like a trade show or something, even though you try it on your head, you don't get a good feel for it. You got to have the thing in your house. But I've always kind of avoided the Rift S because, well, what did Palmer say in the very beginning? He said that he can't use the Rift S, and so can't a certain percentage of all humans on planet Earth cannot use the Rift S. Why? Because of the IPD. It is locked in 63.5. is where it is locked in for the IPD. So if your IPD is 64, 65, 62, 66, 61, it's all good. You're probably doing really good and everything's working out really nicely for you. But if your IPD is way up there or way down there, you might be dealing with some problems. And you know what I discovered? Much bigger problems if your IPD is really huge like mine. So here's the thing about my IPD. My IPD is 70, 71. It's, 71, 70, right around there, right? So I'm way up on the high side. I'll be honest with you. I've got a large dome. Now, I am a large human being. I'm 6'2" and I weigh like 215 pounds. I'm not like a little person. I'm a pretty large individual. And I do have a big O.J. Simpson-sized dome. Not that bad, but I mean, it's up there. Mark Cuban and the like. I got a pretty big dome, okay? Not as bad as them, but I'm up there, right? And so with a big dome comes an IPD that, is going to be bigger. And so anyway, here's my Rift S right here. I got the Rift S right here. And here's the problem with the Rift S, ladies and gentlebots. And I made a picture of this and I put it on our Discord server, but I don't I didn't grab the picture previously, but basically around the perimeter of the lens area is a lot of black plastic. And that's what I'm seeing, folks. It's not blurriness. It's not distortion. What it is I'm seeing a lot of black plastic in my peripheral vision. And I'm like, wait a minute. What the hell happened to my FOV? I mean, the FOV just freaking disappeared. The FOV, I got to tell you, the FOV to me on the Rift S feels like 85 degrees. It feels like an 85 degree. I mean, it is like boom, like this. And if you guys go, and I was going to try to grab this clip, didn't get an opportunity to do it, didn't have enough time to do it. But if you go back to when I was on MRTV's channel, this was live from GDC. We did a really quick impromptu interview, basically me and MRTV talking about what we experienced. And one of the things I said, I think it was like at the 3-minute 20-second mark, because I was telling somebody about this the other day, is at one point in that video, I was talking to Sebastian. I'm like, yeah, but the IPD, didn't you think the IPD was like, squeezed in there? But see, Sebastian, his IPD is like 64, 65. So it's absolutely perfect. But for my IPD, no bueno, man, no bueno. I can continue to use the Rift S, but no way. I'm not going down to 85% on my freaking FOV. No chance in hell. And the crazy thing about this, though, is I remember when the Rift S originally launched, and the weeks that followed, how many threads did you see on the Oculus subreddit where somebody's like, my IPD is 72, the Rift S works fine. My IPD is 71, the Rift S is a big bag of fun. My IPD is 73, Rift S works for me. I mean, there were all these people that were like, my IPD is really big, but it works absolutely fine. And I was like, and so I heard a lot of that, and I was like, maybe I should try one of these Rift S's. Maybe it'll work. I wanted it to work. You think I want to return that crap? Hell no. I don't like returning nothing. It'd be one thing if I bought it at a local store and I could just package it all back up with the receipt, go back to the store and say, here, get my money back. I sure as hell don't want to send it back to Amazon. But I gotta do it, man. I can't. I'm seeing so much plastic on the outside. It's like binoculars or something, man. My FOV is like crazy small. And I really think a lot of these people that are like, my IPD is 72 and the Rift S works perfectly fine, they're seeing a hell of a lot of plastic and they're not realizing it. If they were to try other VR headsets, they would realize that no bueno, baby, no bueno. Now, is everything bad about the Rift S? No, there's lots of positives. In fact, if my IPD was like 64 or 65, I would probably be totally in love with it. Because number one, I always talk about the Valve Index, and I talk about clarity is job one, okay? Well, Rift S, clarity, damn good. Menus, text, damn good. Comfort, incredible. The comfort is incredible. To me, it's more comfortable than my Valve Index. It's more comfortable than the Frankenmod, and the Frankenmod is damn comfortable. We'll be talking about that in a minute here. It would eliminate it would eliminate the freaking 4 sensors that I have all over the place, so I could get rid of these damn sensors. I'd be able to get rid of my CV1, get rid of my CV1 cord that is all kinked up and barely works right. And then also, I mean, one of the downsides with the Rift S is you got to provide, bring your own audio, right? So it's a 2-step process because you put the Rift S on, now you got to put your headphones on, which is kind of a pain in the ass, right? People figure out ways around this. They buy little speakers that they dedicate to it and they snap them on the side or whatever. There's lots of things you could do, right? But the one thing I did notice is I went to my Sennheisers when I was using the Rift S, and my Sennheisers are better than the audio on the CV1. So I was actually getting better audio, but I had to, of course, use my Sennheisers. I played Stormland and I played Asgard's Wrath. Now, on the negative of the Rift S, One of the biggest negatives that I noticed, I mean, obviously the field of view, but that's for me, so it's very selective on that. You have to grab headphones. I mean, that's a negative unless you dedicate little snap-on speakers for it. But another negative I noticed, and I wasn't really expecting this, the vibrancy not there. The colors not popping. Colors seemed very muted and washed out to me. Like because I've been playing a lot of Stormland, man. I've been playing a lot of Stormland recently. And so I was playing Stormland on the Rift S, and I'm playing Stormland on my CV1. So it's going from CV1 to the Rift S, and I'm like, whoa, everything just got a lot more muted. Like, the colors are not popping. Not that, like, CV1 is known for color pop, because it's not. But I think the Rift S is even worse from a standpoint of color pop. But menus, text, all that stuff, awesome. I wish I could enjoy it. Unfortunately, I can't. So, that's my story on the Rift S. It is what it is. Also, the Rift S cord seemed really, really short to me. But one thing I realized about the Rift S cord is it comes entwined. It's wrapped in a circle, right? And it takes it a little while for it to kind of unravel and get that wrap out of there. So the cord seemed really, really short when I was first using it. Also, because it has DisplayPort instead of HDMI. See, I normally use my little HTC Vive junction box that comes out of my computer and gives me a number of feet away from my computer, then plugging into that. With the Rift S, I got to go straight into the computer, and the cord seemed a little bit short to me, but that was probably more because of how it was wrapped around. Now, some people in chat might be saying, Anthony, did you set your IPD correctly in the software menu? Yes, I did. And my complaint is not scale. My complaint is not that things don't look 3D. My complaint is not like blurriness or distortion. My complaint is FOV. It is straight up FOV. The other thing I did notice is eye strain. Like, it did give me it seemed like it was more of an eye strain load than normal, but I didn't see blurriness. I didn't see distortion. The scale was not off. All of that was fine. I set it to the proper thing in software. And so anyway, that's my thoughts on Rift S. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and move on. And why don't we get to a surprise arrival that happened today. Sorry, didn't mean to switch over there like that. I was in the wrong spot here. But let me go ahead and grab the trailer, which I believe released today. The trailer for Deathlap, which is available right now. Let's take a quick look at this trailer, and then I'll go ahead and talk about the sneak attack arrival. Is this a good idea? Is a sneak attack the way you want to do things? I don't think so, but that's what happened. Let's check this out.
Welcome to the show, my little pistons. My show is my one true masterpiece, where death and destruction blend raw horsepower and engine. Will you rise from the flames, or will you burn?
So there it is. That is Deathlap. And yeah, this is a game that we were watching, and we're excited about the arrival of this game. Now, here's the thing, though. We didn't know this game was just going to freaking drop a bomb all of a sudden on a random day. It's kind of interesting, though, because somebody did hit me up. This was like a week ago, or maybe like 2 weeks ago, and somebody was like, Deathlap, December 5th. And maybe it was like the Oculus app on your phone. Sometimes it'll give dates for things, and then a lot of times those dates end up being wrong. But in this case, it was like a sneak peek. So this game is available right now. You can buy it on your Oculus Rift. You can buy it on your Oculus Quest. I'm not sure if there's cross-buy. I believe the price is $20. I saw the price was $20. I'm not sure if that's on both platforms. I'm assuming it is. Now, here's the thing. PlayStation is in the news recently. Like, if you're on Twitter, you're seeing all this PlayStation stuff. People having their favorite memories of PlayStation. Yeah. Because it's the 25-year anniversary of the Japanese launch of the original PlayStation. And when I think of the original PlayStation, one of the games that I think of with very fond memories, of course, is Twisted Metal, which was pretty freaking incredible way back in the mid-90s when the original PlayStation did drop. And Twisted Metal was a great game. It kind of started off this whole idea of this I can't say that. This car combat game, basically, is what I'm trying to say, right? So you're racing around, but you're also like blowing up the other cars and doing that kind of stuff. So the idea of having a Twisted Metal game in VR sounds super awesome. Also, we don't have a ton of racing games on the Oculus Quest, so it's nice to have a racing game on the Oculus Quest. I know there's racing games that are planning on coming to the Oculus Quest, a number of them, but this is like the first one to really jump out there, because the only one that they have is like VR Karts Sprint, which most people believe is maybe the worst Quest game currently available right now. So it needed a good racer. It has this one. I don't know what the early take is. I haven't seen around the internet so far. I know I've heard a couple of people mention that this game is a Questicle. Questicle confirmed. A number of people have played the Oculus Rift version and have said, yeah, this game was designed for Quest. This game was designed for Quest, and it was ported up to the Rift. I've heard that, so it might not be a graphical stunner. I know that Virtual Strangers, they grabbed the game and they were like taking a quick look at the game. So obviously you can go ahead and check that out on the Virtual Strangers channel and get Wes's idea on how good this game is or isn't. But it is that Twisted Metal vibe. Now, maybe the bigger question, though, of this whole thing is a sneak attack a wise move? Is this a wise move, ladies and gentlemen? And you know my take. My take is there's a lot of marketing mistakes that are happening all around the VR gaming industry. A lot of marketing mistakes, Johnny. Marketing 101. Get people hyped up in advance. Let people know your date in advance so they can plan for it. They can get excited about it. This was a big game. But you know what? When you do a sneak attack, here's what happens when you do a sneak attack. Okay, do you know what I did earlier today for Shadow Legend VR, for PlayStation VR? I talked about how Shadow Legend VR is coming on January 21st. It was in my show. It was a topic that I've done. You go to various VR gaming websites, you're going to find an article on Shadow Legend VR coming on January 21st. So if you do a sneak attack, you don't get that free press that you could have got by saying, oh, the date has been released for Deathlap. It's coming on December 23rd or whatever. You know, you announce the date in advance, and then all the websites that are out there, they all report on it. All of the VR gaming news shows like this one, they all report on it. You're throwing away free advertising, in my opinion, when you do that. Now, on the flip side of the coin, there is a slight advantage to a sneak attack. You do a sneak attack, you catch people off guard. There's a lot of hype. A lot of people are like, oh shit, Deathlap, man, Deathlap. And so there is a little bit of that hype, and there is a little bit of that mad scramble, and people can get caught up in the mad scramble, and they just immediately, Deathlap, grab it, buy it. That's a factor as well. And then you also have to consider, well, what about the timing? Guys, are we desperate for another VR game right now? I don't know about you, but it's like there's nothing to play, right? There's nothing to play, man. I've been just waiting for a game to come out. It's not like I've got like 20 games that I've barely touched because they've all come out in the last 10 days. No, nothing like that, right? No, there's nothing going on, man. It's perfect timing to launch your VR game, right? It's not like there's Stormland, Asgard's, Pistol Whip, Aspire, on and on and on and on. It's not like any of those are out there. No, it's completely empty, man. We've got, and everybody has money in their wallets, right? It's not like anybody just dropped $80 buying Asgard's and Stormland. And, I don't know. To me, now, people will argue and they'll say, well, Anthony, look, this is not about the Rift. It's about the Oculus Quest. And it's a gold rush on the Quest right now. And they want to get these games out for Christmas because so many people are buying Quests. And there's such hype on the Oculus Quest subreddit. And Quest fans just can't get enough of these games. And I agree with all of that. But I still, like, if I was their marketing manager, I would say first week of January, because think how many people are going to find an Oculus Quest under their Christmas tree? How many people are going to find a gift card in a Christmas card, an Oculus gift card? Oh, nobody. Nobody's going to find an Oculus gift card because they don't exist, which is another terrible decision by Oculus from a mark. How is this possible? Ladies and gentlemen, wait, let me look at the date here. It is December 5th, 2019. Remind me, didn't Oculus release the Rift like March 28th, 2016? Well over 3 years ago. We still can't buy a gift card. I can't give a gift card to my nephew or my freaking Uncle Bob. I can't give a gift card to anybody. That's crazy. But anyway, that's enough of Deathlap. It is out there. I have not peeped it out. It is a surprise attack. Oswee Games, if you want to send me a key, I will peep it out. I'm down for a Twisted Metal game. One of the things I've discovered, though, with racing games in general, racing games will provide some motion sickness, man. I've noticed that. Like, racing games equals motion sickness. I don't give a damn if you've got sea legs, if you've got your VR sea legs. I jump into racing games, and I've got my VRC legs. I've got certified VRC legs, and I get into racing games, and I always feel a little bit queasy. So I'm not sure that I'm totally in love with racing games in VR yet. The only racing game that has really, really done it for me has been Wipeout VR on PlayStation VR. And I played that recently, not too long ago, and felt a little bit queasy for some weird reason. But anyway, that is Deathlap. It is available right about now. Okay, let's talk about a game that is coming to the Oculus Quest. This is an announcement that has been made very recently, and I'm excited about this one. I think this is a great decision to bring this game to the Quest. I think this game would be perfect to the Quest. Let's go ahead and see what I'm talking about. It's coming in the month of January. So if you do got that Oculus gift card in your Christmas card, you're going to be able to use it on this puppy. Let's check it out.
Everything now is at stake. You gotta have what it takes. Get on the grind, take the field, get him in line. You are the star, it's your moment to shine. You call the shot, give all that you got. Even you know you're defeating the odds. This is your time to get hype for the crowd. Run on the field, there's no turning back now.
Okay, so yeah, this is 2MD VR Football Unleashed, and it has been confirmed. It is coming to the Oculus Quest this January, and this is actually Oculus Quest footage right here. Of course, Truant Pixel is a developer, and they've got some different backgrounds, some different scenery and stuff. Visually, I think the game holds up pretty well. It was already cartoony as hell on every other platform. I've played this game on PSVR. I've also played the PlayStation VR version, and both of those versions work beautifully well, feel very good. This is not Madden. Like, this is not what I really want. I really want, like, a real freaking football game. That's what I really want. I want, like, the Peyton Manning quarterback experience or something where you're just a quarterback and it's freaking hyper-realistic, great graphics, and like real football, like real football. This is more of a arcade-style football game, like an NFL Blitz kind of a thing or something like that. But you know what? The key factor with this game, fun factor, man. This game is fun. It is just fun. I swear, man. Now, I'm a football fan, though. I'm a longtime football fan. I've been a football fan forever. And one of the things I love about this game, so you're the quarterback, right? And you have your running backs behind you. And so you're the quarterback, and your running back will sneak out over there. You throw a little 5-yard pass to your running back. Your running back catches the pass and freaking runs for a 70-yard touchdown. Now, you're the quarterback. You had almost nothing to do with it. You threw a little 5-yard pass, and the guy ran for 65 yards. But there's something about when you're on the field in this game, you feel like you're in the stadium. You feel like you're really there. You throw the pass, the guy runs for the touchdown, and like when he gets into the end zone and it's a touchdown, you're like, yeah! You know, you feel good. I'm telling you, this game has a good feeling. It is just fun. It's a fun game. FUN.com. It's just a fun game. I've liked it. I would love like a serious, real deal, legitimate breakthrough football game. I really would. I would love like a legit Madden game in VR, but what they could do is it'd be tabletop. It'd be like a tabletop thing. So you're wearing your VR headset, but you could use like an Xbox 360 controller, and then Madden is playing out like you're a god, like you're a gigantic Godzilla, and you're playing Madden, and the characters are running around. You see the ball go up in the air when they punt the ball, you know, and it's like holograms and shit. That's how I think they could do like a legit team sport football game in VR. This is kind of a quarterback drill, 2-minute drill is basically what it is. 2MD, 2-minute drill. 2MD football unleashed. It'll be nice on the Quest, you know, no cord or anything like that. So you can have a little bit more freedom as you play. But I think it's pretty cool. I've always been a fan of this game. I'm a fan of Truant Pixel. I'm glad they're bringing this out on Quest, and I hope they sell a lot of copies of it because I think they deserve it. All right, let's see. What else did I want to get into here? Well, you know, why don't we talk about Frankenmod? Okay, so let me go ahead and I don't have a Frankenmod trailer. Oh, I do. I do have a Frankenmod trailer. Never mind. I do have a Frankenmod trailer. So let me grab my Frankenmod trailer. 1 second here. Let's see. Where would it be? Oh, here it is. Okay. So let me throw the Frankenmod trailer on. Yeah, so that, of course, is Sean from Rendered Reality, and a great video that he has that basically breaks down how you too, ladies and gentlemen, can enjoy the beauty of the Frankenmod. And there's a guide on the Rendered Reality YouTube channel where he breaks it down. Basically, the key factor is you got to get those little 3D printed clips. Those little clips that snap onto the side, mission critical, baby. But I got my Frankenmod right here. Yeah, buddy, this is it. Frankenmod is in the building. It is fully done. I tried this last night. So I got these two little clips. It's a clip that snaps on here and it snaps on there. I got this last night. I set it up last night. Also, a special thanks to MainFan for sending me this here. MainFan hooked me up, gave me a great deal on a deluxe audio strap. He probably sold it to me for about $25 less than he should have. He could have juiced me way more. And the way I understand it, these things are really hard to get your hands on right now. And so they're going for like crazy high prices. So like MainFan could have got even more money, but he basically cut me a really nice deal, a sweetheart deal. So thanks so much, MainFan, for hooking me up on the deluxe audio strap. I mean, I paid money for it, but he just gave me like a super crazy good deal on it. And then in the package, he had this little thing that was on the box with all these different spiders. A guide to dangerous, venomous spiders. It was like on the side of the box here. And I was like, what? What is this? And I'm like, oh, okay, Black Widow. Yeah, that's what he's trying to scare me with, a Black Widow spider. But yeah, MainFan helped me out in a major way. And then, of course, it was Tyler. Tyler from Rendered Reality was the one that did the 3D printed clips for me, and, you know, sent them to me. And so it was a dream come true. But you know what? I played it last night. I played A Fisherman's Tale, which is what I'm playing right now on my Oculus Quest. I'm trying to put it to bed. I'm trying to finish it. I'm at the very, very end. I'm stuck at the very, very end, trying to figure out how do I get that goddamn match out of that freaking glass container. No spoilers, no spoilers. I got to figure it out myself or it'll drive me batshit insane. But yeah, dude, this is so freaking... I can't even begin to tell you how much this improves the Oculus Quest experience. It is ridiculous how much better this is. It's like a different headset. This is like a different effing headset, straight up. Like, it's like I got a new headset that just came out. Because here's the thing. Number one, no more Sennheisers, baby. I got the audio already built in, so I don't have to worry about grabbing my headphones, finding my headphones. And then the comfort is on another level. It's on a level where basically comfort is no longer a factor. So I could play this for an hour, for 2 hours, and no problem. And that was absolutely impossible before. I would play my Oculus Quest, and honestly, I'd play my Quest for about 35 minutes, and it would start to wear on me. It would start to get hot, and it would start to fall down, and like, just a nightmare, right? And so it's just so much better. The crazy thing about it, though, is like, you think of the masses of people that are buying the Oculus Quest, and everybody's recommending the Oculus Quest, and, you know, Oculus Quest, VR product of the year, and, you know, won the award for the best VR product for this, best VR product for that. But the elephant in the room is the comfort, man. The comfort is not good. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to get this Oculus Quest. They're going to get into it. They're going to start using it, and they're going to be like, God, this is really hurting my forehead, or it's hurting this, or it's hurting that, or I'm sweating, or I can only... And a lot of people are not going to go through this trouble, even though this is crazy easy. You can follow this guide. Dude, I'm not good at this stuff. Like, I am not very good at this stuff, and even my dumbass could follow this guide. And basically, you just got to get those clips. You got to get those 3D printed clips, but it just bada boom, bada bing. I mean, you can put the thing together in a couple of minutes. It's incredible. You know, it's amazing. So I can't recommend the deluxe audio strap enough. And honestly, if there was somebody that was really freaking smart out there, they would go to China or Hong Kong or wherever they made the deluxe audio strap originally, contact the freaking factory that did it and say, hey man, you know the mold that you have for that? Can we freaking work out a deal? And then you mass manufacture those clips. You include one clip that I did have to do. I had to steal. So this little clip right here, this little clip that I have, like this piece, I didn't have this. And so I had to steal this from like a backpack, basically. I stole this little part right here, and then you connect like some Velcro right to there. But like if somebody made like a package that included the deluxe audio strap, and included these clips, it included all the little pieces that you need, and then it also had like a little card in there that like referred to a specific YouTube video like this one. you know, and put the entire package together for $149.99. Yeah, it's expensive. My Quest is expensive. That's the one thing I got to admit here. I bought a 128 gig Quest. I paid taxation on top of that. So what is that? You're talking $499 plus tax. Then I bought this deluxe audio strap. Now, luckily, MainFan hooked me up and gave me a hell of a deal. And Tyler gave me those 3D printed clips for free and shipped them to me for free. And I know everybody isn't in that situation. So you got to pay money for the clips, you got to pay money for the shipping, and you're paying money for the shipping of the deluxe audio strap, and da-da-da-da-da. And yeah, by the time you're done, it becomes an incredibly expensive proposition, but goddamn is it worth it. Now, I'm in a situation now, my Rift S is going back. Rift S ain't gonna, Rift S, no bueno, baby, no bueno. So now it goes into a situation where when I get my Oculus Link cable, when I get a proper Oculus Link cable with the right angle, cord and all of that, maybe this will replace my CV1. It's possible. I don't think so, though, because I think I'm still going to want to... I think I'm just going to keep my CV1. I think it's just a good idea for me to keep my CV1. But what I really do need to do is I need to get a new cable for the CV1. Didn't those come back in stock recently? Like, everybody's like, oh my God, you can't get a cable for CV1 anymore. But then I thought I heard a message where, oh, they got some more back in. I need to buy one of those CV1 cables. I really got to do it. That's the thing that I really need to do. I need to do that immediately. Okay, let's see what else did we want to get into. But yeah, that's the Frankenmod. Loving the Frankenmod. Incredible. Big time fan of that. Well, let's see. Yeah, so the next thing I wanted to get into real quick, let me see if I can find a trailer for it. Hold on one second, peeps. And sorry, I haven't been looking at chat. Apologies for that, because I've just got so many things to get through. And I've got to leave like right around 6 o'clock, so I don't really have the time. So I'm trying to get through all this stuff. Apologies for that, but let's see here. I want to try to find a video. Let's see. Hold on a sec. Oh, here we go. Okay, so let me throw this puppy on. All right, so also in the news, folks, one of the things that we haven't talked about, Cyber Monday, baby. Cyber Monday. Yeah, buddy, Cyber Monday. The Oculus Go. What's up with that, dude? The Oculus Go. The most well-known Oculus system ever, right, man? All these people are getting Oculus Go's. Like, what does this mean? I mean, it's so weird. I remember, I think it was Ian Hamilton of Upload VR was like, this is like the best deal that almost nobody should take advantage of. But a whole lot of people did take advantage of it. A whole lot of people bought Oculus Go's. Why? Because money talks, bullshit walks, baby. This got down to what, like $120 or something? $119.99 or whatever the heck it was for the Oculus Go. So it sold like hotcakes. This is like one of the Amazon deals of the day. People buying this like crazy. I think this thing sold more than like Nintendo Switches and shit. So like everybody jumped all over this. Now the one thing I'll say about the Oculus Go, it still has some good stuff. There's still some good things you can do on the Oculus Go. It's great for media. It's great for Netflix or anything like that. I'm not sure if there's an Amazon Prime app for the Oculus Go, but I know you can use Netflix and YouTube, and it works really great for that. And, but yeah, it's a weird thing. It's a weird conundrum. It's like, you know how like every developer and their mama's brother is like trying to make a Quest game because of all the hype on Quest? What happens now? Are we going to have developers that are just in a mad scramble to come up with a brand new Oculus Go game that's going to hype people up? Like what's going on, man? It's going to be weird. This is just so weird. But, I mean, this is what happens, right? And just imagine if it was $99. Well, Oculus does, of course, own Beat Games now, so they can make a little one-handed Beat Saber. And they're probably in a mad rush to do that because they've got, millions of people buying this damn thing. So anyway, that was the Oculus Go. It was the winner of Cyber Monday. I thought that was really quite hilarious. Definitely funny thing that happened there. Okay, next little story I want to get to here is, let's see, let me go ahead and get into the right spot here, and let me find a trailer to lead into this one. Just a sec, folks. Yeah, what should I do? I'll go with, we'll go with that one. Okay, so in the news, one thing that we did hear about, HTC Vive related. So the last couple of years at the January CES, HTC has had a CES keynote special. We've seen them, right? I mean, some of the most high production events we've ever seen before. You know, filmed with the most state-of-the-art cameras in the most state-of-the-art theater in Las Vegas. Incredible press conference. All kinds of celebrities and stars in the house. I mean, we've seen some incredible pressers, right, from HTC Vive. Well, unfortunately, it is not going to happen this year, folks. No HTC Vive CES keynote of any kind. There's going to be no presser. And it kind of makes sense. I mean, I'm joking there because honestly, all of the pressers are held in the back of a freaking Holiday Inn down the street or something. I mean, they really are quite ghetto fantastic. The pressers that I've seen before, filmed with terrible cameras, terrible microphones, terrible sight lines. Like, everything has been amateur hour with these pressers. So probably a good idea. They're going to skip CES, so no major announcements coming from HTC. Obviously, they launched the Vive Cosmos. Didn't work out so great for them. Not doing so good with that. They do have their faceplate, of course. They'll probably be talking about that. They do have the faceplate, which is only like another $350 or whatever the hell it is to add that faceplate, so you can now use it with your Valve Knuckles controllers, and you can play your Half-Life Alyx with your Vive Cosmos. Yeah, buddy. But yeah, no presser for them. So that's not happening. Okay, what else did I want to get into? And that's pretty much what I wanted to get into today. And then I guess the last quick topic I'll say before I bounce out of here, we are almost done. Let me grab one more trailer on my way out. Hold on a second here. Let's see. I don't know if it's in this window. No, it's not. Okay, one sec. This is where I need a sidekick. Need a sidekick to take over. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to throw this on real quick, and, you know, I'm going to continue to beat the drum. Stormland, Game of the Year. It is over, baby. It is over. Game of the effing year. I'm sorry. Fluke Rogi? Is Fluke in the building? No, dude. Asgard's? No. Asgard's is not Game of the Year. Asgard's is a freaking incredible game. Asgard's is an incredible game. But this is Game of the Year. Insomniac killed it. Insomniac killed it, man. Okay, it might be short. It might be short. All right? It might be short. All the environments start to look the same after a while, except with different weather systems or whatever. Look, there's a couple of negative things about this game. I've already complained about some of the little indicators and some of the little rumble things, but god damn, dude, the control in this game is next level. The control of my little robot dude, next level. I can climb any freaking mountain. I can climb any skyscraper. I can hover. I can float. I can fly like a jet. I can blow the shit out of things, and everything blows up good. Things blow up really nicely in Stormland. When you blow something up, it blows up real good. Inverse kinematics, maybe beyond Lone Echo. These inverse kinematics, dude, the elbow, I'm serious. Next time you're in Stormland, check your elbows, bro. Check your elbows, because they're pretty friggin' accurate. Inverse kinematics on another level. Your robot arms look so freaking good. Everything just works so good. Oh, god damn. They killed it. Insomniac killed it. Game of the year. I mean, Borderlands, Boneworks is coming out next week, right? Next week. God, that's crazy. See, that's another reason. Why do we have Deathlap when Boneworks is coming next week? But I don't know. I don't know that Boneworks can challenge this baby. I just don't know about it. This game is so freaking amazing because, see, the thing about Stormland that takes it to a totally new level is I can have like a 5-minute experience in Stormland that is beyond any 5-minute experience I could have in any other game, where I'm zipping through the clouds like 1,000,000 miles an hour, freaking hit landfall on one of these islands. I'm shooting the shit out of all kinds of robots, battling robots. I'm climbing up to a gigantic skyscraper. I'm jumping off. I'm hovering. I'm floating. I'm shooting other bad guys. It's like I'm inside a freaking sci-fi movie. It's amazing. It's incredible. So I really, really love Stormland. Of course, I'm a platforming guy at heart. Like, I started off as a platforming kind of gamer, and this is platforming. It's also got the OCD hook of finding all the charcoal bars, finding all the mangoes. I'm squishing every mango. I'm finding every charcoal bar everywhere they are. Upgrading my abilities, getting double jump, upgrading the different abilities, the maps, the AR, augmented reality that is like built in within the game when you activate your different AR capabilities and stuff. Are there a couple weak aspects of Stormland? The story really, none of the story has grabbed me at all, but I'm not a story guy. I don't really care. I don't really care that much about story. The story's a bit weak, but goodness gracious, I am in love with Stormland. Now, I haven't completely finished it, and look, I know it's very short and all of that, but I really like it. I mean, Asgard's is incredible. It's a great game. We've been spoiled this year. We've got so many great VR games. Think about Audica. Audica was my game of the year, and it's not even probably going to make my top 3. Audica's probably not even going to make my top 3. That's impressive. That is goddamn impressive. We've had a great 2019, ladies and gentlemen. All right, well, anyway, I need to get the hell out of here. I need to get something to eat. Apologies again to everybody in chat. I really would have liked to have looked at all kinds of chat comments and interacted with you guys, but there's no way I would have been able to get through all this stuff, and I wanted to get through all of this stuff. So it is what it is. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this particular episode of VR 365 Live. Palmer was right. Palmer was right, baby. Palmer was right. No bueno. No bueno. Rift S going back. It is going back to Amazon. But VR 365 will be back this Sunday, 11:30 a.m. Pacific time on Twitch. Lots of stuff to cover. You know what I didn't get into actually today? A couple of topics I missed. Arizona Sunshine on the Oculus Quest. I didn't play that trailer. Graphical watering down a little bit. A little bit of a graphical watering down. I have not played it. I don't know what it's like. Arizona Sunshine on the Oculus Quest. I will say, though, if I could play it, I could play it very comfortably with my Frankenmod. Yeah, buddy. But I'll definitely be talking more about the Frankenmod, about the great comfort there, and other games as well. I'm also playing Boiling Steel, but I haven't played it enough to really comment on that, but I'll be commenting on that one on Sunday as well. Maybe I'll check out Deathlap and give my impressions for Deathlap as well this Sunday. So anyways, see you guys on Twitch this Sunday. Everybody have a good one, and I'm going to go get some dinner. We'll see you guys. Take it easy. Later.